Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. You've seen the title, you've seen the thumbnail. Yes, today we're gonna be making a trading value list or pet value list. I don't know, whatever you want to call it, in Grow a Garden. Since the trading update is around the corner, actually less than a day right now, the time of the recording, I thought that it would be the best time to give the most latest value list that I can think of since I've been trading recently and I've seen all of these values, so I think I can get a good word in for you. And if you have any problems with the value list, just comment down below if you think some pets should be in a certain tier, something like that, or if there's any pet missing. Right now, I have put whatever I think has a value or use right now, so yeah, let's get the tier list started. Starting off with a column, I'm sorry, this thing is about to lose its value once the event is gone, the trading event is out. It's basically useless after this, honestly. I don't know, I don't see why you're gonna be trading for this, but right now you still can trade for it, but yeah. Hedgehog, better bigger brother being the blood hedgehog. The seal, honestly, I'll give it a niche tier. It's really good. I think it should be more used more often. If you have no problem with it, go for it. This used to be worth a butterfly. Now it's worth something in B tier that I'm gonna place. But yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. This thing just plummeted down. It's so easy to get now. I even got one in like my first 5 Kitsune and I never traded it ever again. I tried to, but I had school occupied. But yeah. Anyways, back on topic. H55 must have everyone needs the H55 for extra slots, every pet, eggs, and more slots inventory. And since the pet mutation update, I think less of this has been made because they always throw it in to get that ascended thing, of course. So yeah, that's gonna be a real problem. Capybara, still obtainable, still gonna be around there. Mimic, really good ability, carried, but its value somehow not. But honestly, it's gonna be high A tier for me at least. Spinosaur actually here. Spinosaur, of course, is more viable than any of the A tiers that I think is in here. Much more, it could reach S tier because of how good it is for making that method. Chicken, it's at the bottom. It's not worth an octopus. Like 2 would be worth an octopus, but yeah, it's not like worth to be S tier. It's pretty good though. Toucan, still obtainable. I'll put it below that, I guess. Ankylosaurus, honestly, still pretty good. It was like a 3% in the prehistoric or dinosaur egg, and it's decent. I recommend it. Now for the blood kiwis. I'll actually add the other ones first then. A blood kiwi, of course, it's gonna take in be good tier. The best for hatching eggs, other than the bald eagle for 10%, but it's super good. You only even need 1 for this. Same goes to blood hedgehog, better for the method here. The prickly anything, and the best EXP thing. Honestly, this I will put the tier list on. Excuse me. But yeah, this is the best EXP alongside with the starfish to get those H75 pets. So if you combine those two, you will be racking up some money. Okay. Anyways, we have the bee bear. Still obtainable. I'm pretty sure, but yeah, it's not as valuable. It's pretty good though for mutation. Ostrich, same, not the same egg. Even with a 40% chance, everyone is looking for a huge version of this. So yeah, look out for those. Bald eagle, around here, probably better than Kodama. Actually, no, it's still more viable, but yeah. And for now, finally, a high hitter being the raccoon. Of course, this is gonna be a must-have. You only need one of these bad boys and a bunch of mimics to start that gosh darn method. Pretty good, super a must-have. Not as high, not as good as the high demand, of course, or the SS tier. I'll actually change that in a second. There you go. But yeah, super good pet. You only even need one of these. If you have one of these, hold on to it. Super good. You're gonna be permanently rich if you have one of these. Anyways, for Fennec Fox, it's an interesting thing. It's not a must-have, but it's pretty gosh darn valuable. I think it's like higher than Spinosaurus for what I know, since For a limited time, for like 1 week, you can only get this pet, and it was the rarest of them all. So, yeah, I highly this is just a really valuable pet, even if it has a really bad ability. Its rarity supports it. For the T-Rex, honestly, it's gonna get more viable, but it's not gonna be as good as the Mimic or something. Actually, I'm not sure. I don't think it's as worth as the Mimic. I think it's kind of under it, honestly. For the Dragonfly, on the other hand, is of course much worth than the Mimic. It's actually interchangeable if you find the right people. But right now, Dragonfly, Mimic is right under the value of the Dragonfly. Maybe like around 500 billion or so. Not that much. Like they said, it's interchangeable. Now for a really nice pet here, the Axolotl. It's the most common one in the Oasis Egg. That's together with the Phoenix. And it has a really good ability on par with Sugar Apples, which is one of the best like plants in the game in general. So yeah, it's pretty good. Alongside with the Stegosaurus, I'll put that with the Bone Blossom. Of the P Pterodactyl, I haven't seen this. It's like it's right here. Honestly, it has its niche use. Like you can always wait for the Windstruck and stuff. But yeah, Butterfly, EC S tier, not as much as I think it's more actually than the H55. Not as much as Raccoon, but definitely more than H75 pets since it's really hard to get. Personally, this probably right under here in the be good tier. Not good for static things, you know what I mean. This one is unobtainable, but it's super useful, so I'll put it here. Kodama, self-explanatory, it's gonna be useless. Queen Bee, like I said, this is the one that's on par with the value. Queen Bee is still obtainable. With Merchant, it's not as good, but personally, I think it should deserve some love. Like, instantly advance some cooldown, but of course, this is easily towered by the Mimic Octopus, but it still does give the Pollinated, so it's still really good. And the 1%, of course. And still getting towered over by Chicken Zombie, by the way. High Scion Paka, same as Pterodactyl. It's super rare though, so yeah, I'll put it there. But I don't see its uses. You still can get the Cloud Touch mutation from the Sky Merchant, so you don't really use it. Bokosaurus, definitely gonna put it here. It's super good for those large ones. I might even put it here. Like, it's good. It has its niche use for the huge pets, but yeah. Hooktail, Moboy needs some love. This is still a rare pet. I'll put it like right here. It's a super good pet for the Cook mutation. But yeah, it's still limited, unlike all of these that are still available. But yeah, I don't know how to explain it. It's still important, even if you got one or two in the event. Cats, it should be here. Honestly, I don't know why it's much lower in other people's violets that I've watched. It's super important for the method. And Dilla, it's on par with this. It's the same rarity as the Pterodactyl, but it has more uses than the PT, so I'll give it that. Kappa is, I have, honestly, I'll just put Takusari with it as well. Actually, Takusari is much more useless. Honestly, it's gonna be unlimited. So I'll put it like worse than Cooked Owl because you have the Tranquil Pet mutation, you don't even need that. This one, you can still make it Bloodlet, so it's pretty useful. Huges, Insta SS tier. Highest demand! If you have not seen anyone looking for huge pets, I don't know what to say. Because huge pets is like so sought after for like collectors and stuff. For even like niche pets, like if you have like a huge, let's say Mooncat, that thing is gonna be like worth than a raccoon or something, or much better. So yeah, and if this huge pet is around the B to S tier, like that thing is gonna be highly sought after, even worth than probably a Kitsune. Alright, it depends on what the huge is, but in general, huges are super high in demand, whatever you want to call it. Speaking of Kitsune, I think it's gonna be self-explanatory. This is the best single paying pet. This is the highest valued pet, except for the huges that is around the A tier that could tower over this. But if the huge can be anything, if you're only going off the pet, Kitsune is of course gonna be better. Scarlet Puka, the older brother of the Hyapaka, gives the Verdant, so I'll put it here. It's still obtainable though, so probably bumps it down to like here. Still super useful. Koi needs a buff. Please buff it. Game, please, Jandal. I don't know what you're doing with this Koi pet. Please buff it. Let's just skip rapid firing. Echo Frog, lower, the worst than Triceratops, but still is good. Polar Bear, unobtainable, still super good if you want to do the method, gives the shield even if you have frozen still. Mole is together with the Hedgehog, still super rare, so probably much higher. I think the Moth deserves some love. It's still obtainable, but still super good if you are doing some of, let's say, the age 75. Pac-Bee should be much higher. I don't know why, it's just a niche use, more space. I'd personally use it. Praying Mantis, this is probably at the bottom, honestly. I've never seen this thing used. There's better ones. Ascended, I'll give this more time. SS tier, obviously. This is worth so much. I'll give a trading guide later on how like to perceive values the next video before the trading update. But yeah, Ascended is highly sought after, giving the best mutation for the method being the Dawnbound, but it's not quite as much that you can get Kitsune. You can get a bunch of raccoons for Ascended, but not as much that Kitsune would grab. Highly sought after, super rare chance, it's like a 0.3% chance. It's gonna get lower every time there is a new mutation, so yeah, there's gonna be more in the market, but yeah, this thing is still gonna be super good. For the Red Fox, honestly, I don't see anyone trading this anymore. Probably more used than it. If it gets buff, it's probably gonna be an A tier. And of course, our beloved Disco Bee. Apparently, it's more expensive than a raccoon, which is what I think it is. But people trade raccoons for a Disco Bee with ads. So basically, they're interchangeable. You still need to add like a dragonfly or something for the Disco Bee. So this is up to your interpretation, what you think is most valuable. But right now, I think raccoon is more valuable pet. So yeah, that's what I'll leave this tier list on. So that is my value list. If, like I said, if you have any complaints or pets that I missed, make sure to comment down below. And while you're there, make sure to like and subscribe. And to all the returning viewers, I am so sorry for not posting. I've been occupied with school lately. But I hope that I'll be able to post more videos about on Grow Garden. Yes, I'll be moving to Grow Garden from BGSI since I play this game much more and I just like trading overall. And I plan to make like trading guides on how to perceive value, more value list, and other points of content. So I hope you guys subscribe and hit the like if you want to see more of that. Anyways, I hope you guys have a good rest of your day. Goodbye.